this. So we pretty much have a clean slate. We have our announcements in here, no message, no songs. So when it comes to adding announcements, two things you got to keep in mind for GCC. You want to make sure the announcements are in the resolution of 1920 by 650. So 1920 pixels across and 650 down. If you're making them in Canva, you can actually resize and do 1920 by 1080, which is what crystals is. And I'll copy and resize. Then I'll open it. And you might need to do a little bit of tweaking with the placement of things or how large pictures are. So like these, for example, because of the way I selected pictures before, this is probably going to be the best I'm going to be able to do with these. Download it. I choose JPEG just because I can choose the image quality of the finished product, I guess. You can use PNG because it's got so many different aspects, and you might be able to change it in ProPresenter, but I usually just do JPEGs for announcement slides. So you download them, you go back to ProPresenter, you click Media, and under Media, you can have it selected in a specific folder. For me, for Tribe, I just click Tribe for everything Tribe related. You'll click this little plus down at the bottom here. For Windows, it is from Explorer. From Mac, it is from Finder. It all works the same way. You'll go to your downloads or wherever you have things set to save to. And then I'll just upload an image, for example. So another thing to keep in mind at this point is how the image is going to look. So at Crystal, you guys really don't need to worry about this because you have a normal aspect ratio as far as the screen size. Here at GCC, our screen in the back is a 32 by 9 aspect ratio, or like I said earlier, it is 1920 by 650 pixels. So if we were to just take this image here, notice how over here it kind of distorts it a little bit. So to change that, we'll just right click it, scaling, scale to fit, click it again, and then it's the normal picture, and it just doesn't take up the entire screen. That way it looks normal. Or you can do scale to fill. That's what I wanted. So it crops out the upper and lower portions of the photo and focuses more on the central section, I guess, of the photo. But for most circumstances, you'll want the scaling behavior to be scale to fit, and then you can plop in the photo. Ta-da! When it comes to the announcement slide intro, when you add stuff in here, there's a couple of steps that you need to take. First step is you kind of just want to copy what's already up here. So if we right-click this slide, for example, we can look at the actions. So actions that we have, there's the media. So this is the photo right here. There's an audience look action, and then there's a clear media action. So what audience look does is, for GCC specifically, we send this to video or live stream. So if we go here, go to live stream is seeing whatever's currently on the screen. So audience look set to video, this goes straight to live stream. Clear media, this will make sure that this doesn't stay in the background or the foreground of the next slide. This makes sure this clears it. That way it just doesn't stay up there, because ProPresenter will do that. And then we have a timer, and that's it. So we will add action, clear media, add action again, audience look, video, and then we will add a go to next timer. And most often I will use 10 seconds. And that is all. So if we click this, and then it just goes through. Another thing that we also need to be careful of with videos specifically is that the normal playback behavior is set to loop or repeat. And to change that, we will right click, click inspector, playback, and stop. It'll automatically be set to loop. We want it to stop. That way it doesn't repeat. So like this video, let's see if so this one is set to loop. So I haven't changed this one since the previous Sunday. So I'll click this, go to that, and it'll just replay the video again. So we're going to change that, go to inspector, playback, stop. And what else you could do too is you can see the duration of the video, and you can set a go to next timer for the duration of that video, and it'll automatically move it to the next slide. So if I go, how many seconds is that? 69 seconds. I'll go, yeah, 69 seconds. So click OK. And it automatically goes to the next slide. So you can either get away with just doing stop and then manually clicking the next slide, or you can set a go to next timer for the duration of the video and it will go to the slide automatically. But you really need to make sure that the clear media is on, otherwise the video will play in the background despite there not being the video actually playing. It'll play the sound in the background. ProPresenter is super